I love what you've done because I think every professional athlete, every fighter, when you're done competition, you need something to drive you. And you decided to go into triathlons, which I think is fucking awesome.
Yeah. And I stumbled upon it. I didn't have any idea what I was going to do when it was all said and done. I thought, I'll be like everybody else. I'll do grappling competitions. I'll hit pads. I'll stay active. But that's still not the same as getting into the cage and actually fighting somebody. And I stumbled upon this guy, Lionel Sanders, who I kind of found on YouTube, just looking up run workouts. Because I was getting bored during the pandemic. I was going outside. I was going for these runs, and they were getting boring. You just run I was like, how do guys do this? You're just running to run all the time, and like there's no structure or anything. And I found one of his workouts in Arizona where he was running. It was like 107 degrees, and he's doing like crazy tempo workouts. And I was like, oh my God,
what's a tempo workout?
So, like, all your runs kind of break down into, you have your easy miles aerobic, right? And then you have where you kind of go a little bit, you're not quite going as hard as you're going to go for a race. And that's like tempo. So you're upping your heart rate into that kind of zone 3 area where you're keeping it right there. You're not going threshold, which, kind of just below all out. And he was doing that, and it was like 100 and something degrees. And I was like, this dude's out of his fucking mind. And I started following all his stuff. And then I started realizing how crazy this sport is. If you really watch these guys, I mean, they're freak athletes, these guys. Plus, MMA, right? You wrestling, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, boxing, traditional martial arts. Well, now I found this other sport that's totally new to me that I know nothing about that I can dive into. And it's all these different disciplines. So I can be an idiot all over again and not just pick one sport. I can do all 3 of these things. And I didn't even know how to swim.
Yeah,
I grew up in South Philly.
Bilal told me.
Oh, bro, I've swam with Bilal. If I don't know how to swim, Bilal super doesn't know how to swim. He sucks, but he does it just like anything. He gets in there, and he does it. I've swam with him. He's done a triathlon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did it on like a borrowed bike, a borrowed wetsuit, which was like a surfing wetsuit, like not what you would go and swim in, cold water with for, having any flexibility in your shoulders. But yeah.
So these triathlons, like how long does it take to complete one of those?
Well, it depends. Right? There's sprint distance, which is a really short one. I mean, you can do those. The guys are doing those like, under an hour, like 45 minutes, 30 minutes. You can do some of them. It's like a quarter of a mile swim. It'll be like a 10-mile bike, and then I think a 5K.
And it's always swim, bike, run?
Swim, bike, run. Unless you're doing like Super League stuff, which is just this other organization that's now kind of mixing up the order of which they'll do things. A lot of these races, they'll do swim, bike, run, swim, bike, run, swim, bike, run. So these dudes are literally, and women, are tucking their caps and their goggles and stuff while they're riding on the bike and stuff like that. And then they pull it back out as they're sprinting to the water, putting their cap back on their goggles and diving in after having just run, probably like sub 5-minute miles, diving back into the water to not be able to breathe correctly. Which is the scariest thing of it all. But the ones I do the most are 70.3s. So it's like the half Ironman distance. So it's 70.3 miles. It's 1.2 mile swim, 56-mile bike, and then a half marathon.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I started with that like an absolute jabroni that I am. Everybody's like, do a sprint, do an Olympic. I was like, no, I want to do this one. And I did. And oh my God.
Well, I remember the first time I saw you when we were getting ready for a show, we were in the green room getting changed. And
I remember this.
What are you doing? I'm like,
you look like shit.
I'm like, are you on Adderall or something?
You thought I looked like a crackhead.
You look like
a crackhead.
You were so sucked in.
Because I had just done that race. So when you saw me, I was still trying to even, like days ago, I had done that race. And it's like cutting weight.
Fucking 20 pounds running one of those and doing the swim and doing the bike.
You probably lose about 10, and that's with
hydration.
Hydrating the whole time, yeah.
Whew. And so how far are you going to try to push this?
To the absolute limits of being an amateur.